to Nihonto that just arrived from Japan.
Hear the way you just went, hey, it's John from Opportunity. Hey, everybody, it's RVA.
Oh no, I had to redo it because the one thing went live here at the last second. So anyway, TikTok, we might be going the way of the dinosaur. This could be our last live stream from the shop on TikTok. So I know, right? We are very grateful for TikTok. If it wasn't for TikTok, we'd be one small little room inside my martial arts school here, and now it is craziness, absolute insanity as to how many swords we have here. So we do want to say a huge thank you to all you people who have followed us on TikTok for all these years, especially the mods like Steve and Cook if you're here, Jill if you're here.
Excellent.
I know you've been very awesome about tamping down all the jerk faces that come on, like Ryan. Oh wait, sorry, he's here. So anyway,
and then
Hey,
a hearty.
what are you talking about?
oh yeah,
A hearty middle finger to Congress.
I know, right? I actually wrote my senator, someone who I had voted for governor and senator over and over again, and now he does not have my vote anymore. Not because I'm a one-issue person, but just because I think it's absolutely insane and just his absolute audacity. So, but anyway, we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there.
Anywho.
Yeah. So we are actually much bigger these days on YouTube than TikTok. So if you are on TikTok and you want to keep on following us, then follow us on YouTube. Steve says if it wasn't for TikTok, your bank account would be a lot happier. I think I can take credit for we can take credit for turning Steve into a sword addict.
Yes, this is true.
Yes.
Probably have a lot more brain cells too.
Yeah. Also, don't forget Facebook and Instagram as well. If those are the apps you prefer, we also stream through those every so often.
Well, we stream on Facebook, and we're going to do that more regularly, especially if TikTok goes the way of the dinosaur.
Yep.
Instagram is a little bit tricky to stream, but we will get to that. I save y'all's website. I'll still be a customer. Thank you, 6 the Gen TXN.
Much appreciated.
And you can follow us. We live stream on YouTube. In fact, we have a larger following on YouTube now than we do on TikTok in terms of the live streams. TikTok ban got a 60-day extension. Did that happen? Did anyone hear about that? On someone just here on YouTube of all places says TikTok got a 60-day extension. So
I'm gonna look that up.
can you shout out to your immigrant friend? No. JFK's trying to get me to say something weird. Hey, Celtic Knight in the house. Tim Seaton is there. Kratos is there.
Kratos.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so I think we have enough people to unbox these two antique swords. We have about 50 on each. I can see you just both dueling with those swords. That would be epic. No, it would not. That's the thing is, so yeah, and here's the thing is that even if you train in sword, it's very different when you actually get into a ring and actually get involved. I think as someone who has fought full contact, I can tell you that everything you learn is going to be a little different when everything goes to heck. I only bought a practical katana in 2000, and 6 months later I bought 5 and counting. Yeah, David,
Nice.
we love it. David Washington's gotten a lot of swords from us.
It's laminated. That's the Kante show, right?
Let me see what this is.
A copy of the registration.
This is a copy of the registration. They actually even laminated it. This is the first time I bought from this dealer in Japan. So, yeah. Let's see. Wrong.
This card contains your name written in kanji.
This is not my name in kanji. Just saying. But I appreciate
What
it.
does it say, like Jonathan or something?
Actually, I'm not sure the correct reading, but that's definitely that's kind of weird. Anyway, we won't go there. Anyway, most expensive sword we sell are some antiques. Jeff, we do have antique swords. In fact, we're unboxing some now. That is not our specialty. We're not really geared towards collectors as much as people who just want like an antique sword on their shelf or whatever.
When I was taking Mandarin, we all got to figure out what a good Chinese name for us was. For mine, we landed on a Ben Jianshi.
Oh gosh, really?
Yeah.
That sounds like stupid warrior to me. But anyway, it is what it is. Okay, so let's see what's in here. I'm trying to remember who this. I don't even remember who these came from. That's the funny thing here.
I think it comes from how the name Mark is derived from like of Mars, thus warrior, and so a literal thing in the Japanese senshi, and then from there.
Someone is watching from New Zealand
Oh, cool.
and India. Wow.
Nice. Ooh, hello.
Okay, what do we have here?
We have a tanto.
Oh yeah, this is actually a wakizashi.
Oh, it's a kowakizashi?
That would be, yes, I believe that would be a koe wakizashi. Let's take a look when it comes off. I cannot tell if that is actually a wakizashi or a tanto, but it looks shape-wise, I would guess a wakizashi. You sometimes see tanto this shape, but not
This
very
is
commonly.
Pretty small. I'd say it's Tonto.
It looks long for a tonto to me.
You know,
We could measure it.
let's see what they classified it as. Actually, they did classify it as a tanto.
Okay.
So they did classify it as a tanto by the registry. We're going to zoom in. Well, we're not going to literally zoom. We're actually going to bring the phone closer. And always fun to see little bits and parts. Does that have a? Does that have a kinzongame? Kinzongan?
Gold.
This has a kinzongame on it. You don't see these very often. Kinzongame are gold signatures, often put on. Sorry, I need to cover Mark's face because it's autofocusing on Mark's face and not the kinzongame. There we go. And it's in cursive, so I can barely read it. It is something kuni. That's all I'm getting. So anyway, pretty cool.
That was a very thick knuckle doll as well.
Yeah.
It's a little like grasshopper.
Can't see it on TikTok. Oh, okay, put it there. There it is on TikTok. My bad, my bad. We always said we were going to thank all our TikTok people, then we don't go show them things.
Is that
There.
Showing up okay?
Yeah, it's showing up really well there. Okay.
A little grasshopper on the Suba.
A little grasshopper on the tuba. Check that out. The grasshopper. Grasshopper, I'm not forgetting you, TikTok. I'm going to hold over Mark's face. And that's still focusing on Mark's face. Damn it. There we go. Damn these autofocus. Where's this blade from? This blade is from Japan. It's an antique Japanese sword.
I'm trying to get the blade in a good light to look at all the
Definitely
hana and
like
all that.
Mega O Suriage, it looks like.
Really?
Yeah, like this is definitely not Ubu.
Look how flat that cut is on
And like how fresh that looks.
Better not be a thumbprint. It's like Mark's thumbprint. We have proof. How much is that worth? This one is probably about $12.50 to $15. Virgin Vibes. Oh yes. My name is Nick. What is our strongest blade? S5 shock steel, Tristan. Damn it, Mark, and your photogenic face. Don't compliment him. Japan has laws against that.
Against what?
Having photogenic faces.
Oh yeah.
We're actually, this is two different things. One, some people here on TikTok and some people here on YouTube
yeah.
commenting. So mixing the comments. Hey, Jimmy D's in the house. Please chop that box. Yeah, not happening.
No.
Cardboard has so much particulate matter, it's very easy to scratch up blades. And when you're dealing with antique blades, you don't really want to scratch them up.
Particulate matter and glue.
And glue.
People forget that about cardboard. That's why even when you're cutting through cardboard itself, that's why your knife still gets sticky.
By the way, if you are on TikTok, if you tap the screen a few times, give us a few likes, we would greatly appreciate it. Have you tried using several toothpicks to keep shards in place on top of mats? No. I mean, we could, but where's the fun in that?
Yeah, kind of defeats the purpose of trying to cut unsecured pieces.
I mean, yeah, the fun of trying to cut an unsecured piece is it being unsecured. Though I guess a toothpick wouldn't secure it that much anyway, right?
Yeah. Just hold it up, I guess. All right.
All right, another one. You can see it has a old certificate on top of it. This is an old Nintesho.
Nintesho.
Oh, sorry.
The green?
Actually, I don't remember if it's a green or a yellow. It is a Nintesho.
Color.
The green colors are considered unreliable depending on when they're from. What is this? Just a piece of paper. It's just a piece of paper.
You're just a piece of paper.
Chop something.
Oh,
Let's
so
see.
yeah, these are old.
Best way to repair chipping, reprofile. Historically accurate blades I could practice and show in your classroom. Yes, Sebastian, we do. So this is an old Nintesho. These are the original certifications that you see coming out of Japan. Sometimes people say they're not valid, but it's good to know. If you want to know who made the sword, this will tell you. This is attributed to Takada. Takada is based out of Bungo, Japan. That's kind of like in modern-day Kyushu. And they were very famous for making ugly swords that samurai wanted but collectors hate. Favorite sword changes all the time.
Ooh, this is a nice bag. Very thick.
I don't know. I think Steve has a lot of Takata school.
Yeah, he got my first Takada. I kind of regret. I regret selling that one time and time again because I remember I started having bad luck after I sold it. Man, that's a wide boy. Dang, look at that. Oh, wow, it's wide.
Crap.
Yeah, it's a big buffsword.com. We do ship card collector. Visit our website, rva-katana.com. Hey, James Wilding in the
The
house.
Kisaki is reinforced.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Oh, wow. I thought this one was a Naginata style.
It would be.
It is a Naginata style, but
Yeah.
it does have a reinforced kisaki. Is that you don't see a yokote line, but when you flip it over this way, I want to see if you guys can. We're gonna try to focus in on it, and you can see that it kind of has this diamond-shaped profile, and that's usually the sign that it is meant for reinforcing for stabbing. Meiji sword that I have for my granddaddy is my favorite, but 1914 General Patton LeSabre is my favorite. Cool deal.
This looks to me almost like a Nagamaki blade.
Card collector, yes, we can ship to all 50 states. Hey there, Scott. There are no Scots here. There is Ryan and Mark.
Is it meant to be? Is this supposed to be Naginata blade or Nagamaki?
This one, let me see. So the longer ones behind them, the ones all the way over there, all of those are modern swords. The antiques are in a case in another room. So here we are. Really pretty. Oh wow, this is a really pretty Choji Hamon. It is. What did it say? What? Can you show me the Ninte show again? Really pretty Hamon line there. And this was probably. This is. It's either a Naginata or a Nagamaki. Really hard to tell for me. I've been looking for a place that ships to New York City. Yeah, no problem, card collector. The website is rva-katana.com. rva-katana.com. This is listed as Takata, so it doesn't go into depth whether it's Fujiwara Takata or Taira Takata. Taira Takata is Muromachi period. Fujiwara Takata is Edo period. So the difference of very, very different sort of swords. How much on the bungo? That one's probably going to be about 1250 in that range, 1250.
I think you said 1250 to 1500.
Yeah. I don't remember what I paid for it because when you buy something from Japan, it takes a while for it to get here. And by then, I forget what I paid for it. Is there a boshi? Is there a boshi on that one?
No.
Let me see. Not really, Steve. Slight little turn back, but it's not super evident. Very mild. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even hold it up for Steve to see, I don't think. So.
I'm sure he trusts us.
Chas, there's no Scott here right now.
Scott's not here.
Scott is not here.
Notice all of us on the camera have a full head of hair. No Scott.
Ouch. Ow.
To be fair, he does shave it.
Let's see.
There's no signature.
Yeah, usually Nagamaki you won't see. Like a Naginata or a Nagamaki, the tang was so long, and then when they cut it down, you lose the signature. Sometimes they'll fold it over. But I mean, you can tell from the Kantesho that if it had been signed, they would have noted with the signature. Not many Takata swords are signed, by the way.
There's excellent grain.
Grain.
Talking about the Hada.
Yeah.
Yes, Chas, this is John behind the camera. I'm much better looking than
See, like,
Scott.
right here.
So anyway, yeah, this is like one of the antique swords. And we're actually going to be cleaning our antique swords next Saturday. So if you want to come and watch, we will be live streaming our cleaning. Have you or one of you guys ever made their own shirosaya case for a blade? Yes, Ryan does that. Ryan will make shirosaya for you. He is a professional. You know, basically, Ryan's been storing some of his stuff after he moved from Florida. He's been keeping in our storage space, and included are some guitars that he built from like hand scratch. And I'm like blown away by his wood skills.
I need to show you the guitar that me and my grandfather made when I was in high school.
All right,
It's
so
just made of solid maple and walnut.
can you show the papers and talk about it with the sword? Okay, we'll show the paper again. So this was the only one. This is the first one we got came with this. This is a copy of the registration card. The registration card does not attribute the sword to anything. So it's actually the signature. I can read it better here as opposed to the other one. It's Soshuju Yasukuni. Ooh, it's a Yasukuni sword. Ugh.
And yet you bought it.
I didn't realize it was a Yasukuni sword.
That's this one right here.
Hey, Silverfang. Silverfang. I thought it was silver.
Silverfang. All right, and here's the Kantesho?
There's the Nintesho.
Nintesho.
Yeah, Kantesho is the newest type.
Oh, okay.
If I walked in and challenged you a duel, would you accept? No, I would not.
No. I'm still a lot for me to learn about Nihonto stuff, although I'm very happy to learn about it. So yeah.
Let's see.
So they wanted you to talk about this. What's there to talk about?
So this is an old one of the original certificates. It basically says Nintesho. It's a recognition certificate. It says it's a wakizashi. It says it's not signed. It's attributed to Takada. I don't know what the ichido means. I always wonder what that is. Ichikuchi. And it just says it's the MBTHK and the length of the blade. Oh no, that's the date. My bad. That's the blade. Where's the length? Oh, there's the length right there. So that's basically, and there's the tang. So that's basically what you
That's
see
interesting.
on these
It's
certificates.
its own separate little piece of paper.
Yeah, they do that for whatever reason. I never. Do you have katana that have drawn blood? Yes, we do.
Yeah, from when the customers don't listen to the safety.
Exactly. Customers who cut themselves. Ryan has cut himself a couple times. Actually, check out this S5 Musashi. He cut himself on this Musashi sword. So this sword has tasted Ryan's blood.
So Ryan, it's yours now. You just got to pay for it.
Show me Emma. We'll show you Emma.
So ask nicely, and we just might.
So yeah, this one is the Iron Musashi made of S5 shock steel. So we gave one of these blades to Shad Diversity. He hacked it up against bluestone, trying to break it. Didn't break it. He chipped the stone. Any antiques that have tasted blood or have seen battle? We do have some that have seen battle. We don't have Genji sword from Overwatch.
Whether or not they tasted blood, who knows?
Yeah, there's Emma sword right there.
Also, why is that something you want in your sword?
Some people like that stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah, I kind of wonder. People like think guns have been tested on prisoners and stuff. Not my thing. How much is that bad boy? The one that has tasted Ryan's blood is 700. Actually, that one's not for sale, but we have that same model for 775. It's made of S5 shock steel. Yes, these are capable of unaliving someone. Demon Slayer swords right over here.
The Emma is 150.
The Emma is 150. What steel do you recommend for katana? Depends on what you want to do with your steel. S5 is the toughest. SX105V has some of the better edge retention for a less expensive price.
It also
So
depends on your budget.
no Moritaka came in.
Sadly, no.
We were waiting for them. Check the date on the papers. 1948 was the first year of MBTHK. Let's see. Where's that paper? Did you take a paper wagon? I got it. I got it. Let's see. Did any Japanese matchlock guns have blades attached to the end of the barrel, like a musket?
bayonets?
Like a
bayonets?
bayonet? No.
No, bayonets were more of a. Those didn't come out to like the 1700s, if I remember correctly.
Showa 47, Steve. Showa 47. I don't know the exact date of Showa 47. What is L6 bayonet, and is that the equivalent of S5?
No.
They're different. They're different. So L6, there are two types of bayonet, upper bayonet and lower bayonet. A lot of people make upper bayonet. It's a little tougher than T10. S5 is much tougher than upper bayonet. Lower bayonet is another story. On paper, S5 is still tougher. But once again, that comes down to heat treatment.
And plus, for lower bayonet, you can only really get that from Howard Clark, and you're spending, what,
Yeah.
$5,000 minimum for just the blade?
Show 47 is 70s.
So S5 is best, probably the toughest material. I can't say the best, but the toughest material.
That's just
Giyu.
subjective anyway. Giyu.
Yeah.
Giyu. Yeah, we got Giyu. We got you, Giyu.
Yamato
right
blades from Devil May Cry. We have a lot of them. And reverse blade, we do have those too. In fact, they're right behind Mark over there. There's Giyu. Blade of the new Cloudhammer Unukubi Okatanas. Can you show the fittings? They aren't in yet, Julian. They're on the way. They have not yet arrived. We're waiting for them. Underdog, we do ship worldwide as long as your sword accepts sword imports.
You hear me?
You're my favorite trans content creator. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
You hear me, John? Show 47.
Oh, I did. Thank you.
1973.
73. So 1973. Yeah. I know you got some One Piece swords right there. He's just showing an Emma right there.
So spooky.
We do ship bars to billions. Last Samurai. We do have Last Samurai.
Samurai.
This one cut really nicely.
H hard out Tom Cruise.
Pretty much the Jeff Gordon samurai.
When the not S5 brown Zatoichi blade will be back in stock. The not S5 or the S5? Because the S5 will be here soon. The not S5, we're just waiting for Cast Iberia to pick them up again. We don't have any World War II swords.
Not a huge fan of those.
Yeah. We do have, we just showed Emma.
Just showed it.
Yep. If you didn't see it, sorry. We'll get back to it eventually.
So he's living under a rock?
The extra curvy one. That is Afro Samurai. $200. Waterbender base sword? No. But what we do have, wait, waterbenders didn't have swords.
Yeah. I think only the Fire Nation people carried swords. now that I
Yeah.
think about it.
Well,
Well,
Earth Nation might have.
Did have weapons.
They had, like-
have like bone.
Yeah, well, they're more like based
Kita-
off the Inuit
there?
peoples, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Which one?
Kitetsu, Sandai Kitetsu.
Sandai.
And Nidai. We have Nidai and Sandai. We do have Sokka sword from Avatar: Last Airbender. We have a budget version for $200. We have a Damascus, blackened Damascus version for $400, and we have an actual meteorite version for $2,000. So we'll start. Here's a $200 version somewhere. Here's the $200 version right there. So it's not exactly the same. It doesn't have the black lotus symbol on the pommel. Blue sword that looks like what a waterbender would carry. Yes, we do actually, Cowboy VR. We have a lot of tide-based katana.
Except the waterbenders wouldn't wield swords.
We have the blue exorcist sword as well. Go ahead and can you show this one right here? How about this one? Yeah, check this one out.
Maybe a waterbender in an alternate universe. They're based off a different
Try that.
culture.
Check out the Damascus wave pattern on that one. So I think that's that. A waterbender would probably like this one.
I mean, their water bending was Tai Chi. Basically.
How durable is a $2,000 katana? It varies. Some are not durable at all, and some are super durable.
Yeah, it depends on the $2,000 katana. Like,
Yeah, we can ship to Europe if your country allows sword imports. Difference between $200 and $1,000, the blade quality, the fitting quality. There's a lot that goes into the price of a sword.
yeah, that's a short answer. That's a short question with a very long answer.
Yeah, Mike De La Vega is getting back to work, and he will be sending us several master swords in the near future.
Yeah.
Any really curved katana between 200. How about a curved tachi? We have a curved tachi here for 225, I believe.
Here's the one with the more green and blue.
Yep.
Just the court tachi,
The court tachi.
65 mm.
Yep.
These
That-
things cut really nicely.
They do. And then we have the Afro Samurai over here with a deep curve. And then we also have another with a deep curve, but I'm drawing a blank as to what it is. There's the green sword, by the way, from Blue Exorcist. So those are our deeply curved swords for under 200, under 400. Jin Sakai, we do.
We have one from Phoenix Arms that's about 400. It has a little extra curvature to it.
Yeah, we do have that. Yeah, that deeply curved Phoenix Arms one.
It's not the super swordy, but it's still pretty extra curved.
You want to see our most expensive sword that's not just for show? Probably the Kawanakajima for 1200, not $12. $12.
Or not 12,000, but 1,200. Quack attack. Never fails. So it's a super wide cutter, 9260 T10.
Yeah.
Forged together.
Slice something up. We will cut Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. These are actually these are all full tang sharp swords.
And then this one is also about 1,200, the Tatsumaki.
Yep. We can show you Jin Sakai in a minute. I would say 99% Jimmy D's. Oldest sword we have here is 700 years old. How to order? Visit our website, rva-katana.com. rva-katana.com. How do I speak to you? You can write it right there, or you can send us an email, rva-katana@gmail.com. Are they clay tempered? The ones we just showed are clay tempered. Let's see. It looks like Mark is going to be talking to customers. Here is Jin Sakai sword. I'll show you Jin Sakai sword. Here is the basic version. Alloy fittings, 65 mm blade.
Unsheathed part of the way.
We also have a clay tempered version as well. Also, you do not need to clay temper specifically for differential hardening, just to let you know. Tenchu sword, definitely heard of it. Warhammer swords? Not that I know of.
Like Warhammer 40K? No.
Yeah. Most expensive is an antique. We have an antique here that's about eight and a half grand. This sword right here is 700 years old. I don't know why that one looks like something got knocked over. But this one right over here is 700 years old. That one's 650. That bone above it is 650 years old. So, let's see. Yes, it is Law Sword. You want to see Law Sword? Visit our website, rva-katana@gmail.com. Slanging those swords down to the very end. Well, you know what? We are also live streaming on TikTok, which isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
But not TikTok, sorry, on YouTube.
Yeah.
But we will miss TikTok. We definitely want to thank all of you folks on TikTok who have made us successful. We appreciate that. Thunder look on the blade, not thunder look. How about Zenitsu? I was going to say Zenitsu. I mean, it has lightning, not thunder.
Because you can't get a thunder look because thunder is a sound. But
Boo!
it's true.
This is true. He is not wrong. Sorry, I cannot answer. If you're calling right now, I cannot answer. I know. Well, they might not know we're live streaming. So it is what it is.
How about an Ame no Habakiri?
Ame no Habakiri, right there. More kanji shirts. If you want a kanji shirt, let us know, and then we can make that happen. Akame's, we are supposed to get Akame's blade, but we have yet to get it. Is T10 better than 1060? It is harder, so it had better edge retention.
It's like define better. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better is such a subjective. I mean, better at what? What do you want to do with your sword? That is always the thing. The 1000 Demon Dagger from Scissor 7. We just got it back in yesterday.
Yeah, this guy. I call it the cyberpunk sword because I mean, just look at this.
It's
thing.
so cybery punky.
Yeah. I mean, just look at this thing.
TikTok might not be going anywhere. We'll find out. Do you have any signed by Randy Jackson? I need a friend named Randy Jackson to come and sign, just so I can say I have a sword
Look
signed
at
by
all
Randy
the
Jackson.
Space we have for activities in here.
Yeah, right. I feel attacked. Hi, I'm traveling to Japan soon. Can I post a sword from Japan to my home address in Australia? So, Clark, you would buy it from a dealer, and the dealer would have to arrange for the export because they need to get a permission for the sword to leave because they need to make sure it's not a national treasure, which there are only 115 out of the millions of Japanese swords available. Let's see. Does not come with a maintenance kit, but you can order them on the side. We do have them.
Like what? $25?
20 bucks.
$20 for a cleaning kit. Yep.
Yep. What is the quality sword made like that is made like the original ones? You know, original ones, the quality is in the craftsmanship, but the issue is that you're dealing with like a 1,000-year-old technology, and so the steel from that era is not as good as the modern day ones.
You know, just because it was made back in the day, I'd still rather a modern made sword. Just because modern metallurgy is just leaps and bounds ahead of what they had back then.
Your first wakizashi is tempered in high carbon steel. If it's tempered correctly, that's awesome.
Yeah.
The Strider, we just packed up. Someone bought it.
Yeah.
Paul Martin is an English expert on Japanese swords. We do have a list of our antique swords. Visit our website, rva-katana.com, and look under our antique sword section.
Yep.
We are located in Richmond, Virginia, Moose Moose. Let's see. Mata. Someone.
Black Lotus Kodachi.
Black Lotus Kodachi, or that's the wakizashi.
That's long for a wakizashi.
Wakizashi goes up to 24 inches. Kodachi is all a matter of function or form more than function.
Yeah. Doesn't have tachi fittings, but I don't know.
Well, I have a kodachi that has katana fittings, but it's still a kodachi because it's signed on that side. So,
yeah.
Elden Ring sword. We do have Moonveil. Let's come over and take a look at Moonveil.
That is the only Elden Ring sword.
We are actually getting Rivers of Blood.
But we don't have it yet.
We don't have it yet, but we are getting Rivers of Blood. We are getting one dull version, but it's still fully functional. Well, it's tough. Do you ship out to Georgia? Yeah. We ship to Georgia all the time. Lots of customers in Atlanta area.
Like Charlie Daniels, Georgia, or like Eastern Europe, Georgia?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Are you talking about Atlanta, Georgia, as in the state of Georgia, or the country Georgia?
Are you talking where I was born or out in Europe? There's a difference.
Shoshin Katana. Oh, crap. We keep on. Hey, before you leave today, Ryan, can you get pictures of the Shoshin Hana?
Yeah. Oh, Smika on him?
Smika is on. He's like, we keep on forgetting to list that guy. These are all our much more expensive swords. These are the ones where there are like paintings on the side and stuff like that. Higher end. So most of the value is in the blade polish and decoration more than its practicality. You could use it if you wanted to.
Okay. But why would you want to? They're so pretty.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I was reading the import law of Slovakia. Do you guys ship to Europe? It depends on your country.
Yeah, you'll need to know your own.
State of Georgia, no problem. We ship to state of Georgia all the time.
Anyway.
Xander, the website is rva-katana.com. rva-katana.com. Jin Sakai, we just showed that.
No, we didn't.
I did. You were busy doing something.
Which one did you show?
I showed the non-clay tempered one.
Oh, you showed the alloy one. So
Yeah.
here's the T10 with brass fittings.
90-day extension by incoming president. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. You know, TikTok, we may or not be here in the future, and it'll be sad if it goes the way of the dinosaur. But you know, RVA Katana, we're probably bigger right now. Like if we have 24 people watching us on TikTok, and we have 166 watching us on YouTube. So, yeah. Favorite sword in the recording right now? I don't know. What's your favorite sword, Mark? Where can I get the swords in the UK? Check out our buddy Matt Gibbons at bladesuk.com.
Honestly, I really like these guys. The Cloudhammer big long.
These are really big, long swords.
Yeah.
Yoshihiro make katana, which, like Yoshihara Yoshindo? Slovakia, I don't know. You have to check your local laws. Once you place an order out of, I mean, you're responsible for it. That's very clear on our website that
We
if you're,
can't have an encyclopedic knowledge of all sword
We try.
import laws across the entire world. We try, but there's only so much we can do.
we don't have a real 1947 British infantry officer sword. The Uthbert short sword, Uthbert. Yeah.
We don't have any Ulfberts. We do have some Viking-style swords or Carolingian.
We have the
some
Albrecht.
pieces.
Mississippi, yes. We ship anywhere in the United States.
So this is the Hanwei Tinker-designed 9th century style Viking sword here, or Viking era sword.
What kind of antique sword could you expect for 100,000 Japanese yen? You could probably get an uncertified sword. Thank you, guys. Basically one that it does not have certification. It's possible to find a certified sword for that price. Possibly. It's hard.
Here's one of my favorites. This is the Hanwei Goldfred. That's Damascus for the pommel and guard, and then we have Damascus, quote-unquote, Damascus pattern welded steel for the core, and a hard steel edge.
On a great katana, Moose, what is your budget and what do you want to use your sword? Biggest Zweihunter right there. If you want to call it a Zweihunter, it's a great sword. Do you want to show the Officer Shashka from Cloudhammer?
Yeah. I actually prefer this one. 'Cause
Best sword around $500, the Reaper. The Reaper or the Legend. Both of those are amazing swords.
Yeah. Here's the Officer Shashka.
Oldest sword we have here is 700 years old.
The blade is still flexible, but not as flexible as the regular civilian one that we've had.
Well, the civilian one is made of SUP 10, or SUP 12, and this one's made of SX 105V.
Ah, okay.
So they're both Japanese steels, but one of them is Japanese spring steel, the other is Japanese tool steel.
Yeah, for reference, this one, it feels almost like a fencing foil, the way you can just sort of flex it, and yet it still just sails through tatami mats.
We were really surprised at how well that cut.
Yeah.
7th from top. Battle ready, price no issue. Moose, our favorite, if you're looking for tough, then look at our S5 shock steel swords. Those are the toughest swords we have. Everything we have here is battle ready, but S5 is the toughest. Dragon King Kawanakajima is probably one of the coolest, also one of the most expensive ones. So yeah, visit our website, rva-katana.com. If you're looking for a great cutter, the Reaper is amazing at 500. The Legend is amazing at 450.
Show a Reaper.
You'll show a Reaper. Mark liked this so much, you got one.
Yep. I actually got one from like the first batch we got in.
Yamato
I like it so
DMC5. We have several versions of the Yamato DMC5.
So the Reaper it comes in all sorts of different fittings. This one just has green wrap and scorpion style tsuba, but they all have the same blade.
So Clark, the difference between a certified and uncertified. Certified means it's gone through a certification process, either through the MBTHK or the NTHK, or there are some other people who do it as well, but MBTHK and NTHK are the most trusted, let's say that. And so when they are certified by them, the value does go up. We just showed a cavalry sword.
Well, those could be used on foot. The closest thing we have to a cavalry sword are going to be the tachi.
Moose, visit our website, rva-katana.com.
So these are strictly speaking
Reaper.
Japanese
Cavalry swords, technically.
Yeah. So this one's really cool. It's got this really gnarly koshizori here and the beautiful blade with the folding and the hummel in there.
This is a really pretty sword.
Yeah. I'm surprised no one's picked it up yet. This is
We will have Deadpool swords made by Mike De La Vega in the future. We currently do not.
very cool. Didn't know he was working on those.
Yep. We sent him like some of the Kodachi blades to work with.
Nice. But some people are going to be like, they're not full-size katana. Well, good luck drawing those off your back.
Exactly. Most expensive sword we have here is an antique. The most expensive modern sword are meteorite swords. Meteorite Damascus, rather.
Here's another really expensive one for $11.45. This is the Dragon King Sea Wave.
The Dragon King Sea Wave is very nice. Is that $11.45 or is that?
Yeah, $11.45.
Okay. Very nice sword. It's folded steel.
Folded T10 and 9260 spring steel together.
Yes, Trevor Payne, that is a claymore he's holding. There's the Afro. Someone was asking about Afro Samurai. There's an Afro Samurai right there, $200.
If you want to use the logic that some people go with, being that claymore is an anglicization of the Gaelic term Claythem Mor, I think is how you pronounce it, which means just big or great sword, then like anything that you can use in two hands, right? That isn't a small sword, basically, would be a...
Do you guys work with steel? Yes. Titanium, we do have one that's titanium coated, but we don't actually have... Actually, we have two that are titanium coated, but we don't have any that are pure titanium. Pure titanium is hard to move.
It's also not a
To
good
make.
metal. It's not a good metal to make swords out of.
Do you like the movie Last Samurai? It's fun. It's fun.
The cinematography and scenery is beautiful, but I mean, It's Dances with Wolves, but with Tom Cruise in Japan. And
I don't know. I think it's more like Pocahontas with Tom Cruise
Yeah.
and samurai swords.
yeah.
Kratos, he's using the S5 Kodachi blade as the base. We don't do giveaways. Actually, we're going to be doing a giveaway pretty soon.
How about this?
Mugen sword, we are going to get Mugen sword soon. We don't have it at the moment.
Check this guy out. The Naginata.
This one is
Naoshi-
freaking
Naginata Naoshi
wicked.
Zukuri?
Yes,
Naginata
Naginata Naoshi Zukuri.
Okay. Look at the. It's just a monster. For how short this blade is, this is just a monster cutter.
Most durable is S5. Afro Samurai we just sold for $200. Save the women for the rest of us. We try.
No.
We try.
I refuse.
We try. But we just have so much riz.
Mm-hmm.
Difference between Tanto and Wakizashi is purely length. Well, actually geometry too. Gotta ask us Asians for opinions on what? Baskerville?
Sounds mildly racist.
I know. What's our saxiest swords?
We have no saxes, unfortunately.
We are gonna get it. We are actually getting a sax soon.
From
Hanwei.
okay, cool. So here's a Nami katana from Cloudhammer. This is SX105V, I'm guessing.
The torrent.
Torrent.
The mortal blade from Sekiro. We can do that. Women like swords, says John Sminka.
I mean, some women certainly do.
Yes, some women do. Here are the Sekiro swords right here. You want to go help these people?
Yeah.
Sekiro swords right there.
Is your first time here?
Yes.
We do have
You
Tanto.
run down, right?
We
You
have
can also ask that,
a whole wall of
liquids
Tanto in
stay
here.
front because liquids and swords don't agree very much. So,
Let's see.
Also just be sure you're always holding on to the handle, okay? Some of them are
Sword in the front are
It does, just let it drop.
the.
Try to catch it,
I'm gonna
okay?
scooch by you here. Excuse me.
Right?
The most the best budget sword we have, I would say, is the 10,000 chrysanthemum for 150.
Okay.
It's really beautiful.
How do you have so much product? I've never seen a sword out of the museum.
Oh, gotcha. Well, these are all modern made.
We were like the British and we raided museums.
Yeah.
Or raided museums and brought it back.
I'll give you guys a quick rundown real quick. Are you all together? Or?
Yes.
Okay. So, basically, as I was just explaining, when you're looking for
Let's
swords,
see.
always make sure you're holding the handle because if they're loose in the scabbard,
It was mostly
they
swords,
might
yes.
fall out on you. Okay. When you unsheath,
Expensive
only do it
antique
part of the
Tanto,
way,
probably about $3
and
grand
then what-
for a
plus you can
Yoroi-Doshi.
use your fingers. They're sharp, you can't-
Looking for sword with bohi and nice hamon with race skin and decent fittings like the Musashi. What do you suggest? Looking for a sword with a bohi and nice hamon with race skin and decent fittings. I would say check out the Kawanakajima. The Kawanakajima, that's one of our best. Zuko sword from the Avatar. Yes, we do have the double Zuko swords right over there.
Yeah, we're live streaming right now. Sorry.
Do you guys mind being on camera or do you want us to avoid you?
I don't know.
By the way, people ask if women like swords. Do you guys like swords?
Yeah.
There, okay, women like swords. There you go. All right.
They've walked in of their own volition as far as
We didn't force them by sword point to come in.
love that non-committal. Sure, yeah.
I know.
You don't walk into
Only
a
Japanese
store,
swords?
Yes, I like swords. I don't know.
Here are Chinese style swords there. We also have European swords on the other wall. Address is 1999 West Carey Street, Richmond, Virginia 23220. Or you can find us online, rva-katana.com. 1045 cut through bamboo without breaking or bending since it's minimal copper. Yeah, if you know how to do it, yeah.
It's sharpened enough, and if your edge alignment is good.
I'll even say it doesn't need to be super sharp. I've cut,
Like I said, sharp enough.
yeah, I've cut bamboo with a sword that wasn't sharp enough to cut flesh.
Yeah.
Best-selling sword is probably the gold plum because it's dirt cheap.
Gold plum, the Oni Damascus is another really big seller.
We don't have the swim comb. We don't have the blacksmith wukong staff. I would love to get that.
Wouldn't it weigh like 50 pounds or something though?
Well, the replicas they make are not that big, are not that expensive. Customs, it depends. The dork store, yes, we are all dorks.
Dork.
I know.
Just reminds me
Yeah.
of Eddie, that character Kevin. He just goes dorks.
We had a guy who was here saying how cool he was. It's like if you have to say you're cool, you're not cool.
Yeah.
Snake eye swords, no. Kikoku we do have. You know, law sword.
Yeah.
Kikoku.
If anyone says they're the king, that quote from Game of Thrones.
Kikoku. I'm in Mississippi. Awesome. My uncle gave me my great grandfather's World War I Australian cavalry saber. That's pretty cool.
This is a broadsword. This is what I would recommend.
Long claw right here.
Yeah, speaking of Game of Thrones.
Dun 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 dun.
Pizza English.
Oh God. Just stop. There we go. Kikoku is 150. Look up Law Kikoku. I ordered the Oni Damascus. Awesome.
Nice,
Michael, we can't wait to send it to you. Best sushi joint in our city. I would go with this place called Samurai. That's where all the local Japanese hang out. I know this because my wife is Japanese. Oh wait, I guess I'm not a virgin. Or maybe I am. Maybe my kids are immaculately conceived. I'm cool. Shaved head, tattoos, beard, cigars, bourbon, and swords. Total package. Heck yeah, Steve. Give me your number.
Oh wait, you already have it.
Oh wait, I already have your number. Can you make Emma? We have Emma right there. We can show Emma. It's been a while.
But we don't make these swords. We're resellers.
I have a katana with the butt in the butt of the katana.
What?
You mean the butt end?
Well, not strictly speaking katana, but. So, why is that so short?
Compared to the scabbard? Because we have this one too. Same thing. Walking Dead sword, we do. Long claws, wolf close up. We'll do that. Got it?
Yeah. That's stuck in your head.
There we go. Do you have an orange sword? No. Walking Dead sword, we have 65 MN Walking Dead, which is a type of spring steel. Well, actually a tool steel that's very springy. And then we also have a S5 shock steel version. Speaking of family heirlooms, my grandparents had 2 sabers and 2 rifles from the 19th century. Cool deal.
Fun.
You want to go help them? Just see if they have any questions?
Y'all doing good?
I want to pick Ryan's brain on his sharpening method. You sharpened your new Shamshir. Dark Sister.
Something
No.
with an orange.
Orange look to it?
Here.
Yeah.
The Year of the Tiger sword.
The Year of the Tiger has kind of a gold orange look to it.
For Darkster, we could get you one from Swordier.
Let's see. There's a Sasuke sword right there. Visit our website, rva-katana.com.
Sasuke Sachan.
The handle being orange.
I don't think we have any with orange handles.
Yeah, we did actually have one which had a skeleton theme to it at one time, but it's been a long time.
This is pretty close.
Misfits Fiend, you can follow us on
Like what?
YouTube.
Oil? So here's this. This is kind of an orange look to it.
Bleach swords, we do have.
This is 400. For
Virgil, we do have several versions of Virgil's Yamato. This one has a really pretty Hamon line. I like everything about that. The Habaki is really cool.
Yeah.
Longship, like, seriously, everything in China, the game has been upped. There's DMC 5 sword right there. We also have Odachi version. We have like 3 Odachi versions. We cut with them
Oh yeah.
on Monday.
We need to get the footage of that up.
Yeah, I am going to get it up. No He-Man, we don't have the power. Odachi, right there.
I'm holding one right here, bro.
Exactly. Demon Slayer, we have a lot of Demon Slayer swords. Visit our website, rva-katana.com. Ichigo Zanketsu, right there. The Bankai right there. Ichigo. Thank you, guys.
How's it going, guys? With the spicy tsuba.
Favorite era of Japanese sword? Clark H. I'm a big fan of the Kamakura era myself. That's where you see a lot of diversity in Japanese swords and you have very distinct characteristics to play based on regions. So Kamakura is probably my favorite era. Let's see. No Spartan Damascus short swords. We don't have Sephiroth Masamune. How much for Longclaw? Longclaw is $425. It is Damascus steel. We don't have Beatrix's from Kill Bill.
Nothing from Kill Bill.
Thank you, Pete Callenber, for visiting our website, which is, once again, rva-katana.com. Inosuke, we can show you Inosuke. TikTok, we will definitely be missing you. And once again, all of you who have followed us along this time through TikTok, thank you so much, especially our mods. What does clay tempering do? It basically makes the edge hard and the spine not so hard.
Not as hard. Still hard, but not as
Yeah,
hard.
I mean, if a human gets hit by the spine of a sword, it'll still hurt. Custom ones depends on how custom. Edo less diversity due to the overreach of the Tokugawa shoguns. Sort of the centralization of the making of the steel. Also, by that time, there's just so much intermingling throughout of swordsmiths, so a lot of the technologies have been shared.
If you have questions about custom swords, send us an email and we can see if we can help you.
Definitely. Power swords from Warhammer. No, we do not.
Nothing from Warhammer.
Nothing from Warhammer.
No Games Workshop.
Anything else you guys want to see while we are here? If not, I'm probably going to shut down and head out. Oh, I should definitely do this is the Dark Sentinel from Hanwei. Very fun sword. If Ryan was in Mortal Kombat, what would his finisher look like? He would pull out his vape and breathe on
You
you.
know, I was thinking something very similar.
Lone Wolf and Cub, we sold it, but we are getting it again, of course. Indian sword. We have one antique Indian sword, a Talwar up there. So that is our only Indian sword. Would love to get more. Old Tanto. Yeah, Old Tanto is basically at 12 inches. Basically, every modern day Tanto is an Old Tanto. Let's see. I'd like to see the Hamon on the last samurai sword. We can do that.
Yeah.
Right there. It's a pretty, just regular kind of. Let me hold it up so you can see it. There we go. Mixing in with the grit and the grime, but that's the Hamon line. 65 spring steel, and does it compare to Damascus? You know, a lot of Damascus depends on the steels that go into it and also the heat treatment. So 65 is a very consistent, tough steel. It's not particularly pretty. We don't carry any cold steel swords, so we will have one of Tengu 190s. We're gonna be consigning one of his.
Cool. And I think we could look into my opinion, we should look into their more European styles because we find their Japanese style swords a little
To show
lacking,
Sting.
but the European styles are pretty good, especially for the price.
Here's a Lord of the Rings sword. Singapore, I don't know if they allow sword imports. Zuko swords are made of Damascus, pattern welded steel. Green sword from Blue Exorcist, right there.
I love how we're just calling them Zuko swords now.
Sword Art Online. We actually sold out. We just sold it today. Can you show the Blue Exorcist? Here is the basic version, which is 65 blade.
Is it not 1060? It's got that abrasive hamon you see on a lot of 1060.
Oh yeah, no, still.
Basic version. Here is the blued and clay tempered version.
Tengen swords we're waiting for. Wide Cloud Hammer. We have one. Actually, yeah. We have our floor model. We got one in stock today, one brand new one, but it actually needs to go to a pre-order. One Piece Emma. Well, since you've asked, no, don't show it. He's like repeating himself over and over again, so
Oh, okay.
didn't even say please.
Oh, okay. I'll show you instead.
If you keep on repeating yourself, I'm not going to show it. I made
the
Tengen's.
Batosai instead.
The Batosai is a pretty cool sword.
Stop putting the tags on the freaking handles. Check out that.
We do have sword canes, Wilding. We do have many sword canes. That deeply curved beauty on top is Afro Samurai. The dragon on the saya in the front, Tanto. I'll go look for it. I'm not exactly sure which one it is. Oh, actually, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, I think there are multiple.
Yeah, we have a few. If you mean the gold one here, the Year of the Dragon.
This one's very popular. I've sold a few of these.
Yeah, this is a really popular sword. It's one of our least expensive, too.
I think that's why it's so popular, especially with that.
Batosai is $275. It is an amazing cutter.
Yeah, I think it's work done.
It's an amazing cutter.
Mm-hmm.
Can you show the blue one on the other rack? Here's another blue left to your left. Tanjiro's we do have. We have two versions of Tanjiro's sword. Yeah, the wide cloud hammer cuts like a beast. It is amazing.
The Senbon Zakura.
Yeah, I won't say it's our best cutter, but it's really,
It's really
fun.
good, yeah. That's the first sword I've ever cut through 3 tatami mats with.
Batosai, I don't know how many we have. Probably 2 or 3 at least. Maybe more,
Did we get a
possibly.
shipment of like 10? No? No? I must have been wrong.
Let's see. Please show both versions.
Of what?
He's talking about the Tanjiro sword.
Tanjiro. Okay, yeah. Here's 4G.
We don't have Year of the Snake. May I see what kind of sword you would imagine Oda Nobunaga would have used? We actually have one called the Tenka Fubu from Dragon King. Tenka Fubu being Oda Nobunaga's slogan or his motto. Yeah. We do have Musashi swords. We can show you Oni Damascus. Here's another. Thank you.
Did you say Musashi swords?
Musashi, yeah. Look up our Oni Musashi.
Well, I'm thinking like, do you mean the brand? Because we don't carry the brand.
No, we don't carry the brand.
Tenkafubu. It's one of my favorite swords.
That's a really fun. It was a fun sword to cut with too. Knight style swords, we do. Visit our website, rva-katana.com. Emma. We'll show you Emma again.
We need to show only Damascus as well.
Yeah, we'll get to Oni Damascus in a minute, but we're closer to Emma right now. We're closer to Emma. That sounds really weird.
You know, it's been a while since we've gotten a lot of.
Thank you,
Emma
Siba
requests.
Dunir.
Getting a lot of them today. Normally it's like just like today, but for a while it's actually been a lot of Enma requests.
We actually, so Ryan, can you get pictures of the Enma and the John Smika's sword for tomorrow or tonight if you have time? If not, don't worry about it. Tomorrow's fine too. Hello from Denmark. Oni Damascus is actually on that rack now, at the bottom. No, towards me. One rack towards me.
There it is.
Oni Damascus. I don't know what it's doing down there, but
Yeah. See if I can get the Damascus pattern in focus.
yeah, you can see it fairly well. All right, it's past 5 o'clock. I got to do some last minute shipping, and I think Mark's got to get out of here, so we'll shut this baby down. Wilding, we're in Richmond, Virginia. You can also find us at rva-katana.com. Those of you on TikTok, if this is our last time seeing you from the shop, thank you so much for your patronage over the last 3 years. And follow us on YouTube. We will continue to live stream from YouTube and Facebook as well. So once again, thank you so much, and we will get to you again in the future.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We will see. The metal you on the Last Samurai is T10. T10 steel. Okay.
Later. Which one is that?
This is TikTok. That's my own personal phone. Okay, and so Facebook going down, and we are still on YouTube for a few more minutes while everything else shuts down. And Tim Seaton, good night.
Night, Sam. Good to see you, buddy.
Zuko sword we do have. Zuko's double sword, the blue spirit. All right. Do you have ocean swords? Yes, we have many wave themed swords. Many wave themed swords. All right, gonna shut it down. See you guys next time. I might go live tonight from home. Maybe my last hurrah to TikTok there. All right, see you guys later.
Night, everybody.